Hello, it's Bronwyn Eastley here. Welcome to part 1 of a series that I have on cards that you make from 12 by 12 cardstock. Today we're making a Gatefold Double Box Card, and it uses the beautiful Autumn Book from Mintay Papers. So you need to start off with a piece of cardstock that measures 5 1/4 inches high and 12 inches wide. So you need to score this piece at 2 inches, 4 inches, 8 inches and the 10-inch mark. You need to cut 2 extension pieces that measure 1/4 inches high by 12 inches wide. These 2 extension pieces need to be scored, and the top needs to be scored at 4, at 6, at 8 and at the 10-inch mark. And the bottom piece needs to be scored at the 2-inch mark, 4-inch, 6-inch and 8-inch mark. Then you need to cut your 2 little card box inserts, and they measure 1/4 inches high by 3 inches long, and on both ends of both box card inserts you need to score in 1/2 inch from both ends. And these form the tabs for the box card sections. Okay, so you end up with the 2 box card inserts, the 2 extension pieces 12 inches long, and also your card base, which is 5 1/4 inches high by 12 inches long. Okay, so you need to fold the score lines on the card base. So you need a mountain fold to begin with, a valley fold for the second one, a valley fold for the third one, and then you finish off with a mountain fold. So you've got a gatefold base for the card. Okay, so you take your top tabs and mountain fold the first score line and valley fold the second score line. For the top piece, it's a mountain fold, valley fold, and then mountain fold. And then for the bottom piece, it's the same, a mountain fold followed by 2 valley folds and then another mountain fold. Okay, so here I am just showing you the Autumn Book by Mintay, and you can see I've fussy cut a few images from it already. It's got a lot of beautiful background papers and a lot of graphics that you can fussy cut, and I chose to fussy cut a bit of foliage and mostly those cute animals there at the back. Those little animals are actually on the back of the background piece that I chose to use for the card base. So here we have, I've got the autumn leaves that I've used for the 2 extension pieces and the tabs, and I've used the beautiful pumpkins in the background, and all the measurements for these are in the PDF tutorial. So now what you need to do is add the little card inserts, box card inserts, and I centered it between the second panel on the right hand side, and also I've glued on the outer tab to the other one to the left hand side inside panel there, the 2-inch panel, and that's where the box cards that's where we'll form the box cards when we add the extension pieces. So once I've got those in a position that I'm happy with, just make sure the outer tab is showing, because you need to add glue to that. So here I'm just pointing out where the glue needs to be added underneath that bottom extension piece. So I'm adding some glue to the far right 3 2-inch sections there, and I'll put those in place first before I do the bit on the left. So I'm just making sure they're all lined up and they're nice and flush with the corner and the bottom of the card, and that the fold lines match the fold lines on the card base as well. So I'm happy with that. So now it's time to apply some glue to that little box card insert there. Make sure it catches and sticks well to that, and then just some glue to the far left hand side panel. And notice that the card is laying flat while I do this bit. Then you'll see that I've formed the first box card section down the bottom left hand side. Now we just repeat the process for the top section, except we're doing it the opposite way around. So we're gluing in the 3 2-inch panels for the top extension piece to the far left edge at the top, making sure that we line up that extension piece with the base, the edge of the card, and then once we're happy with that, add glue to the little box card insert tab there, fold down, make sure that catches and it's all nice and straight and aligned, and then add some glue to the far right top section there. And notice that the card once again is sitting flat while I do this bit, and then you can push it up and then it reveals the 2 box card sections, as you can see there. And you'll see that I just, the little card box insert that I made was just a fraction too wide, so I just trimmed it there. So I was happy with that. And I fussy cut a lot of images out the night before. I'm ready to make a scene on my card, and here's the finished background base. So I've sped up the process on this. You can see that I laid out all my little images of the animals and the foliage, and I just attached them to the card where I wanted them to go. And some pieces I glued on, some pieces I added little foam dots or Stampin' Dimensionals, and when I was happy with the layout, I just added it all to the card just to create a fun little scene with those cute little animals. And with this pumpkin piece here, I noticed it was a little bit wider than the 2 inches, so I had to snip a bit of the foliage off on the side. The little rabbit goes in the middle section there on dimensionals, using dimensionals, and I glued the little reindeer onto the card base background. Got a little log that I cut out, and I added the little critter to the log just so it was up a bit higher on the box insert there. Now I'm just adding some foliage to that top section. And for the butterfly, I cut out a strip of acetate, used some glue dots and attached the little butterfly to the end of the acetate, and just put it at the angle that I wanted it to be, so you've got the butterfly flying around on the card. Alrighty, so there you have the finished Gatefold Double Box Card with the cute little critters from the Mintay Autumn Book. And you just fold the card into the left and then to the right there to close it, ready to pop inside an envelope. And as I looked at the back, I realised, oh gosh, I didn't put a sentiment panel in. So I die cut a white panel using a stitched rectangle die and then stamped a sentiment on the back and add another little fussy cut cupcake. I always like to decorate my envelopes, and seeing this one isn't going to be posted, I decided just to add a little cutout butterfly to the envelope. And yeah, just gives it just finishes it off really nicely, I think, when you add something to the envelope. Alright, so there you have it, the finished product, folded up nicely, and it does pop inside a standard card size envelope, US size and metric size envelopes as well. You'll notice it gets stuck there, those little die cuts, so it's a good idea maybe to pop it in, pop a bit of cardstock in between both sides of the card, just to stop the die cuts from getting caught in the envelope. So thank you for watching my first video in 2.5 years, and I hope you enjoyed learning how to make a Gatefold Double Box Card. See you next time.